Thank you for inviting us to participate in today's solution showcase. Our software-oriented architecture utilizes SOAP and REST technologies and follows industry standards for security. Now let's take a few moments for a quick demo. Dynamics TMS is available via the app source and is installed as an extension to Business Central. The extension is highly configurable. Each customer can configure the system to be used in the way they desire. There are many options to turn features on and off, set up defaults, add links, and configure your accounting system. Order processing tracks lanes, bookings, pick worksheet, purchase worksheet, and payments. The pick worksheet and the purchase invoice worksheet are built as extensions to your accounting system and manage accruals and freight invoicing. Sales orders, purchase orders, and transfer orders are all processed as TMS bookings. Integration occurs when an order is released. Let's select an order that is open. Pop down release and click release. This will send the information to TMS, ready for processing. In TMS, each customer has its own configuration for each delivery address. This is what we call a lane. There are many different configuration options available for each lane, such as inbound versus outbound, auto-assign carrier, auto-tender, allow interline, etc. You can choose a variety of settings, including default provider. So you can assign default carriers, or you can use the optimal provider. The optimal provider allows the system to select the lowest cost carrier. The load board is where shipments are planned and carriers are selected. To select a carrier, identify your order, click on the Rate It button in the Actions menu, and you will be taken to the dispatching selection screen. There are many different types of dispatching options available. Spot rate, posted DAT. DAT is an internet truck stops portal that posts your bids to all of the carriers that subscribe to that service. Next Stop is an internal bid portal that you can control which carriers have access to as part of the TMS system. You can search for API rates based on your configuration and which API carriers you have supported. This is very helpful for LTL. And we have internal tariff rates. Tariff rates are configured internally based on your contract with the carrier. Today, we're going to be using tariff rates. Click to rate it. Right now, it's going out and searching for a list of carriers that are configured to work with this particular lane. You will see that we have two different carriers for this lane, Worldwide Importers and XPO Logistics. Worldwide Importers is cheaper than XPO Logistics, so we'll select that one. We go to the dispatch screen where you can make your final decisions on how to ship and prepare the order. You notice there are many options configurable in here for shipment. In this case, we are missing a phone number, so we're going to enter one. You can configure these to automatically be populated when an order comes in, or you can go in and enter them manually or modify them at the time of dispatch as you desire. The lane contains some defaults for the orders that are coming into the system. Now that I have the information configured the way I'd like it, I can go ahead and click the dispatch. You'll notice that before I click that, there's an option here to automatically accept the load. What this indicates is that if I have an agreement with the carrier, that they will accept all loads, we can turn this on. For spot rates, this is typically on by default, but for regular shipments, it is off so that we can send out a 204 and wait for the carrier to come back and accept the load with a 990. Let's dispatch. When the load has been dispatched to the carrier, we get a response back if it's an API carrier, or an email or a 204 is sent out for the dispatch to the carrier for non-API carriers. In this particular case, you can see that we have this information available, and now we can print the report or continue. To continue, we just close the window. There is a bill of lading that's available in TMS. Some of our customers use our bill of lading. Some other customers use custom bill of ladings. You can choose whether you want to use the TMS bill of lading or create your own custom. This can be turned on or off as desired. Now that I have dispatched the load to the carrier, we can have the carrier select the information in their inbox in an email through EDI 204, or they can log into the NextTrack portal and accept the load. Let's go to the Tender tab. Here's the load that was tendered to me. Now I am logged in as a super user, which has access to the carrier data by configuration. If I was just the carrier, I would only see the pages that are set up for me inside of my role-tailored client. You have total control over which pages and which data each of your users has access to. This includes carriers, customers, it includes warehouse managers, warehouse individuals, customer service, and your transportation managers. In this case, I have access, so I am going to accept this load. There, the load has been accepted, and it drops off of the screen, and then we go to the All tab. This is all the loads that are in transit at the moment. Now you'll notice that my load shows up here at the top because it's the newest one. Each of the carriers will have access to only their orders. Now you can configure each individual user to have access to limited carrier data or to have access to all. In this case, I have access to many carriers, so I can see most of the data. Here I can enter in my information. I can enter in my check-in time for the pickup and my check-in time for the delivery. And I can make my checkout time and date, checkout time and date. The times are optional. The dates are usually required. You must have a check-in time for the delivery to pay a freight bill. Carriers can enter in comments. So arrived on time. I finally got that one right. And save my changes. Once an order has been delivered, it can be paid. Now, we can receive updates to the status via 214 EDI through the portal or through some other electronic mechanisms. Once it's been delivered, I can go to the settlement page and I can enter in my freight bill. Here's my order. So if I do not have electronic interfaces, I can come in here, click on the edit button, put in my invoice number, invoice dash 1 dash 111255, for example. I can add a fuel surcharge, or I can just accept the line haul. In this case, I'm just going to accept the line haul for $500 and save my changes. Now, TMS goes in the background. It does an audit. It does a comparison against what was my expected cost versus what's my build cost, and will it pass the audit? If it passes the audit, then it will go through the system and it will send the information to Business Central for electronic payment. Until it passes the audit, it does not get sent to Business Central. We can go and look at the settled page. And here is a list of all the freight bills that I have already processed inside of Business Central. You'll see that we get a paid date, a check number, CNS number, and all of the information associated with this shipment and what was paid and the amount. This is managed through the purchase worksheet. And when I go to Business Central and I look at my pick worksheet, orders that are transmitted through the pick worksheet show up here. At this point, we can mark them as ready to ship, and we can ship the order out of we can go to the sales order and we can ship this order. When it is shipped, then it will generate an accrual and it will be posted. We can go to the purchase invoice worksheet, and in here, this is where the invoices go. The invoices show up in here, and let's see if we have one that's been paid. There it is. Couldn't find the number. This is our purchase invoice number. So we can go to document. Here's my GL account and my details associated with this particular payment. We hope you found our presentation on Dynamics TMS helpful. If you would like more information, please contact us. Thank you and have a great day.